Hi everyone, and welcome to another altimeter video. In this video, what I'd like to do is show you how to configure your altimeter using the beer console application. So here I've plugged in the AltiMulti ESP32. It's all powered on and we are already connected. In order to be able to configure your altimeter, you need to go to the altimeter settings. And what I will do, that will actually connect to the altimeter to retrieve the existing config and then allow you to modify it. If you've got any issue with your config, and if it makes the application crash, it might be because the firmware has changed and the config is no longer compatible. So in that case, what you want to do is restore alticonfig, and that will restore to default your altimeter configuration. So we're not going to start now, but we're going to retrieve the altimeter settings. So it's actually connecting to the altimeter, retrieving all the config. And again, here you got screens, that can slide. And depending on the altimeter that you're using, you got different one. Here we got the AltiMulti ESP32. So you can configure the functionality for every single output. By default, the first one will be the main, the second one will be drag. And I've disabled the third one, but you could choose it so that it's another main, another drag, a timer. It can be triggered on landing, it could be triggered on liftoff, or at a specific altitude. So here you got the delay in milliseconds. That means, the output will fire maybe 10 seconds after the event. So in that case, you would have 10,000 milliseconds. If you choose, for example, an altitude, well, then you got to enter the altitude in meter at which you want the event to trigger. So you got three outputs. Very useful to do things. Next page, well, you got the baud rate of your altimeter. Don't change it, otherwise you may have some issue. Number of measure to actually say that it's a valid apogee. So that means you need to have at least 5 measure here to confirm that it is a valid apogee. You can change the altimeter sensor, barometric sensor resolution. Leave it low, otherwise you may have trouble firing the apogee. You can change the EEPROM size. You can turn the beep on or off. You've got the end of record altitude. I've put 3 meters here. That's when you want the recording to actually stop. Telemetry type, on some altimeter you may want to slow down the telemetry. Supersonic delay, well, basically, for supersonic flight, you may want to stop the recording for the maybe first few seconds. Otherwise, the altimeter may not react correctly because it's going too fast. Liftoff altitude, by default 10 meters. That's when you want to start recording. Here you got your battery type. So I'm using a 2S. So I'm going to say it's a 2S battery. Max recording time, that's 120 seconds by default. But if you know that your flight is going to take longer, you could set it to something longer. That is, if you rocket land in a tree or somewhere higher than the ground altitude, you may want to be able to stop the recording automatically. Here, well, you will have the alti name and the version, and the unit that you want to choose, the beep mode, the frequency of the beep, and the name of your Bluetooth module. Here we're using an AltiMulti ESP32, and you can actually rename the altimeter. So, okay, whenever you're done, you just click on the save button. and that will send back the config to the altimeter. Okay, so that's pretty much it for configuring your altimeter. It's pretty simple. Hope you like it, hope you found it useful, and I'll see you in the next one.